Hey, second graders! Okay, I could never let you guys ride a skateboard in here. So is that fair that I can? I don't know. All right, so last week, I sent home some math questions. I really didn't go over how to do those. It was all review. And some of us did outstanding and answered every single one of them correctly, not very many. Most of us got a lot of them wrong, so that's why I'm doing this again, okay? And if you notice when I send your work home or when you send your work into me, I look at every single piece of paper I get, all right? And I might comment on some of them, and sometimes I just put a star or happy face. If we struggle with a concept, I'm gonna go back and look at it, and that's what we're gonna do. Clocks telling time, oh my goodness, you guys, I think we forgot how to do that. So please watch. Okay, remember, and I put some notes in some people's, a lot of us forgot this, and that's okay. That's why we have school, so we can go over stuff. So no big deal. So that's why I'm here, to go over stuff again. Now remember, on the clock, we have the short, kind of the shorter, thicker, fat hand, and then the longer, thin hand, skinny hand, right? If I look at the clock in our classroom, okay, let me try and get that on there. You guys see that? Clock in the classroom. It is a little bit after 11. Notice the shorter hand is pointing to the 11. Okay, a little bit after 11. It is about, I don't know, 13 minutes after 11. 11:13, almost 11:15. Okay, the longer, thinner hand is the minute hand. I think some of us forgot that. So if I write a time on here, remember the short hand is the hour hand and the longer hand is the minute hand. How many minutes past the hour? So if I do something like this, please watch. Okay, and I have a hand like this and a hand like this. Please don't tell me that it's 3:05. Which some of you, a lot of you did. A lot of you did that, okay? Some of you nailed it. Most of you got them mixed up. And maybe I just didn't teach it right the first time. So remember, the short hand, the short fat hand is the hour. It is 1, 5, 10, 15, 1:15. Notice this is a longer skinny hand. So it's like 1:15. All right? All of us got the 4:55 one correctly because I went over that before it happened, and good job on everybody. But remember, the hour of the day, or 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is always, the hour is the shorter fat hand. Okay, and the minutes past the hour is the long skinny hand. So that's 1:15. So on this clock, I will do this. How about I do this just to mess with you? Okay. Obviously, I'm making sure you know which is the short fat hand and which is the long skinny hand. Okay. It is 2. It's getting close to 3. We're a little bit past, more than halfway, so it's getting close to 3 o'clock, but it's not quite there yet. So it is 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It is 2:40 right here. 2:40. And I'm going to go back and write the time on here. It was 1:15. Now remember, I think all of us got the AM, PM right? AM, think of morning. We start our day in the AM. The beginning of the alphabet's the AM. Okay? And I think we all got that. We pretty much got the AM, PM straightened out. So here it's 2:40. At 2:40 p.m., now remember, at noontime it changes over to p.m. So at 2:40 p.m., what are we doing? 2:40 p.m., come over here. Oh, 2:40 p.m. Depending on what day of the week, we're in music. 2:40 p.m. in music, or we might be in computers at 2:40 p.m. Okay. 2:40 p.m. 2:40 a.m. at midnight. It switches from p.m. to a.m. So at 2:40 a.m. we are probably all sleeping. 2:40 a.m. And then we wake up about probably 6:30 a.m. somewhere in there. I get up usually around 5:30 because I'm a morning guy. But a.m. start of your day. Okay. So 2:40 p.m. we're in music. We're in computers. Okay, what about 1:15 here? 1:15 a.m. We're probably sleeping. More than likely I am. I've been asleep for a couple hours, for about 3-4 hours at 1:15 a.m. already. Okay, I fall asleep pretty early. That's why I get up early. All right, but 1:15 p.m. we've come in from recess. 1:15 p.m. I think we're in science, or some of us are down in Mrs. Roning's room, some of us. So that's where we are, because at noontime, it changes over to p.m. Okay, at 11 a.m., it's right before lunch. And then at 12 o'clock, after that, we go to lunch and it turns into p.m. So at 12 o'clock, it changes over to p.m. Okay, so on our math, first page, we have some clocks. I want to go over that again. I want you to answer them again and think about it. Use your thinker, okay? Remember, we count by fives for the minutes. I think you guys all got that part down. Okay, the other sheet I sent home last week was we had farm animals. We had Mr. Brown's farm, and some of us struggled with that too. So I have some more of this, some review. If I didn't make you review stuff, I wouldn't be doing my job. So I am going to jump down to the bottom here. If you look at the board, what kind of graph is this? Is this a horizontal bar graph, a vertical bar graph, or a picture graph? These are supposed to be seashells. And in fact, it's supposed to look like this one right here. Seashells. Okay? Seashells. How do you like my seashells? They look okay? So we have the names Matthew, Caden, and John. They go to the beach, say, and who got the most? Well, if you look at the picture graph, Caden got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or you can count it on your page as well. 9. Caden got, Caden has more or fewer than John? Well, more. How many more? 1, 2. Caden has 2 more shells than John. Okay? So I think you guys did okay on this, but whenever we had to do any sort of abstract thinking, when we have to stop and use our thinker, that's when we make that mistake. We just want to throw down an answer as fast as we can. So you really need to use your thinker. Stop and think about it, please, so we don't have to do this over and over and over again. All right. I know you guys know this stuff. We just need to think about it, okay? So our math sheet, we have the time on one side and the picture graphs on the other side to answer the question. So I know you all do well, and stay safe out there. After math, have a snack or eat lunch, okay? Whoa. And then we'll do our read aloud. I have something fun for our read aloud today. I think you'll like it. It's kind of hard to do fun interactive things when we do this distance learning, but I think we can do some of it today. Anyway, hope you're all well. Remember to keep your distance from everybody. Wash hands. Stay safe out there. Bye.